warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, now we go through the lecture 4 of 4 trigonometric function. Subtopic solutions of trigonometric equations. The learning outcomes here is at the end of this lesson, students should be able to express sin theta, cos theta, and tangent theta in terms of t, and then solve a sin theta plus minus b cos theta equal to c, where t equals to tangent theta. And then the last one, we express is sin theta plus b cos theta equal to c using r sin theta plus minus alpha or r cos theta plus minus alpha. Okay, to express sin theta, cos theta, and tangent theta in terms of t, first we let t equals to tangent theta over 2. Now we use the formula of half angle of tangent. So tangent theta equals to 2 tangent theta over 2 divided by 1 minus tangent square theta over 2. Okay, now you change that t equals to tangent theta over 2. So we get here is 2t. And then this one, denominator, 1 minus t square. So this one is a tangent theta. How to express cos theta and sin theta in terms of t? Okay, we use the theorems Pythagoras. Okay, we let theta here. As we know, tangent theta equals to opposite over adjacent. So how to get the hypotenuse? So you use the formula 2t square plus 1 minus t square and square root. Okay, and then you calculate here, the result here is 1 plus t square. Okay, so from the triangle, sin theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So 2t over 1 plus t square. How about cos theta? Cos theta adjacent. So the adjacent here is 1 minus t square over hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is 1 plus t square. So now we have sin theta, cos theta, and tangent theta in terms of t. Okay, look at the example of 20. Example of 20, this will solve the equation 5 tangent plus secant theta plus 5 equal to 0. And then the given range dia kat sini 0 to 360 by using t equals to tangent theta over 2. So we start from t equals to tangent theta over 2. Now you use the formula of half angle. So half angle of tangent theta equals to 2 tangent theta over 2 divided by 1 minus tangent square theta over 2. Cool. So we change in terms of t. So this one 2t over 1 minus t square. This one is a tangent theta. Okay. Next, to get the secant theta. So secant theta equals to 1 over cos theta. Right. So to get cos theta, we sketch the right angle triangle. Then we use the theorems Pythagoras. So tangent theta 2t over 1 minus t square. So hypotenuse equals to 1 plus t square. So cos theta equals to cos theta adjacent over hypotenuse. 1 minus t square over 1 plus t square. So to get the secant theta, we change denominator and numerator. So this one 1 plus t square over 1 minus t square. Okay, after we know the tangent theta and secant theta in terms of t, we substitute into the equation here. Okay. So we given the equations 5 tangent theta plus secant theta plus 5 equal to 0. So you change tangent theta 5 to t over 1 minus t square, and secant theta tadi 1 plus t square over 1 minus t square, and then plus 5 equal to 0. To simplify this equation, we times all terms by 1 minus t square. Darablah semua sekali dengan 1 minus t square. So you will get 5 times 2t plus 1t square plus 5 times 1 minus t square equal to 0. Okay. So you simplify the equation. You get 2t square minus 5t minus 3 equals to 0. Next step is you must factorize the equation. So the answer is 2t plus 1 times t minus 3. So what's the value of t? T equals to negative 1 over 2 and t equals to 3. So kita nak stop sampai sini. How to get the theta? So t equals to tangent theta over 2. So from here, we know that t equals to tangent theta over 2. So you change here, tangent theta over 2 equals to negative 1 over 2, and tangent theta over 2 equals to 3. So to solve this equation, we use the technique of Bakir. B stands for basic angle. Q stands for quadrant. I stands for interval. R stands for rotation. Okay, we start for BA, basic angle. Okay, basic angle. We let basic angle as a alpha. Shift tangent negative 1 over 2. Okay, make sure calculator you mod degree. Why mod degree? Because the given range here is in degree. So your calculator must be in degree. Okay, then after you press the calculator, the answer is 26.57 degree. Next, Q stands for quadrant. So we know that tangent negative is at second and fourth quadrant. Tangent negative. Okay, as you remember, this one all sine, tangent, and cos. Okay, add sugar, tea, and coffee. Ya ke? Dia punya nak hafal dia tu. Okay. Hafal lah macam mana pun. Okay, so tahu dah kat sini tangent theta dia negative. So you write down here 26.57. This one pun 26.57. Okay, the next step BAQI. I interval. Okay, you must change the interval. Okay, look at the questions. This one, they given range you interval dia 0 to 360. So they given theta you start from 0 to 360. But the questions ask you theta over 2. So you must divide 0 by 1 over 2. 0 divided by 1 or 0 divided by 2, 0. Okay, and then 360 divided by 2, 180. So you kena rotate sampai dapat 100, tak boleh lebih daripada 180. And then BAQIR, rotation. Last sekali you kena rotate. So nak rotate dia. Okay, you start dengan first quadrant, you rotate this one. So berapa ni? You nak dapat kat situ berapa? 180 minus dengan 26.57. So the answer is so theta over 2u equals to 153.43 degree. Kalau you rotate lebih lagi, kalau rotate lagi kat sini dah more than 180. Your punya limit mesti sampai 180 sahaja. Tak boleh lebih daripada 180. Okay. And then answer you nak dapatkan theta je kan. So you move 2 to the other side. You akan dapat kat sini 153.43 times 2. So the answer is 306.86. Okay. Next, look at the tangent theta over 2 equals to 3 pula. So the basic angle here is shift tangent 3. So if you press the calculator, the result is 71.57. Okay, now we check the quadrants. So tangent theta over 2 is positive. So positive means at the first and third quadrant. So this one is 71.57 and then this one 71.57. So BAQI. Interval. So still lagi interval you, they given theta you 0 to 360. So this one is theta over 2. So you must change the interval, divide by 2. So you must rotate until 180. Tak boleh lebih daripada 180. Okay, so now you want to rotate here. Okay, rotate, start from the first quadrant. So the answer is so theta over 2 equals to 71.57. Kalau you rotate lagi dah more than 180 kan? So tak perlu ambil, tak boleh ambil. So theta you here is 71.57 times dengan 2. You akan dapat 143.14. So the last answer is, you combine two result here. So the last answer is 143.14 and 306.86. That's all for the example 20.
Now you're going to learn on how to solve A sin theta plus minus B cos theta equals to C by using R sin theta plus minus alpha or R cos theta minus plus alpha. You have learned compound angle before. So you know that cos A plus B is equals to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. And sin A plus B equals to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. For example, we have A sin theta plus B cos theta equals to R sin theta plus alpha. So the compound angle for sin theta plus alpha is sin theta cos alpha. plus cos theta sine alpha. Next, you need to expand the r. So it becomes r sine theta cos alpha plus r cos theta sine alpha on the right hand side. The left hand side you're going to get a sine theta plus b cos theta. Then we're going to compare. On the left hand side, you have a sine theta. We're going to compare with r sine theta cos alpha. Next, we have b cos theta. You're going to compare with r cos theta sine alpha. I need you to cancel this 2. Right? Okay, now we're going to focus on the similarities on the left hand side and right hand side. On the left hand side, you got sine theta, and also on the right hand side. On the left hand side, we have cos theta, and similar to the right hand side. So we can actually say that A is equal to R cos alpha, and B is equal to R sine alpha. So I need you to label 1 and 2 over here. Next, we need to figure out the values of R and alpha. In order to find alpha, you need to form tangent. And in order to form tangent, you need to divide 2 with 1. So we have here R sine alpha over R cos alpha equals to B over A. R will cancel out. And you know that sine alpha over cos alpha is basically equals to tangent alpha. And alpha is arctangent B over A. To find the values of R, you need to square 1 and 2. And then you're going to add them up. So it's going to be R square cos square alpha plus R square sine square alpha equals to A square plus B square. Factorize R square to get cos square alpha plus sine square alpha. And you know the identity of cos square alpha plus sine square alpha equals to 1. That's why we're going to get R square equals to A square plus B square. And in order to get R, you need to set both sides. Alright, so when you set, you're going to get plus minus set A square plus B square. But in the question, it will state that R must be greater than 0. That's why you're going to choose R equals to positive third A square plus B square.
For example 21, we have to express set 3 sin x plus 3 cos x in the form of r cos x minus beta, where r is greater than 0 and beta in between 0 and 90. So set 3 sin x plus 3 cos x equal to r cos x minus beta. Then we expand cos x minus beta using the compound angle formula. So r times with cos x cos beta plus sin x sin beta. Expand, we get r cos x cos beta plus r sin x sin beta. We're going to compare elements in the left hand side and the right hand side. So first, we're going to compare the coefficient of sin x. So on the left hand side, we have set 3. And on the right hand side, we have r sin beta. This will be our first equation. Then we're going to compare the coefficient of cos x on both sides. So in the left hand side, we have 3. And on the right hand side, we have r cos beta. This will be our second equation. Next, to get r, equation 1 squared plus equation 2 squared is r squared sine squared beta plus r squared cos squared beta equal to sec3 squared plus 3 squared. On the left hand side, factorize r squared. We're going to have sine squared beta plus cos squared beta equal to, on the right hand side, we're going to have 12. 3 plus 9 equal to 12. Sine squared beta plus cos squared beta equal to 1. So on the left hand side, we're going to have r squared equal to 12. To get r squared both sides, we're going to have plus minus 2 sec3. But since it is mentioned that r is greater than 0, so our r is 2 sec3. Next, to find beta, sine over cos equal to tangent. So we're going to divide equation 1 with equation 2. So r sine beta divided by r cos beta equal to sec3 over 3. Eliminate r, sine over cos equal to tangent beta equal to sec3 over 3. So beta equal to shift tangent sec3 over 3. So we're going to change our angle in degree mode. So shift tangent sec3 over 3. And the answer is 30. So that is our beta. So next, rewrite the answer. Sec3 sine x plus 3 cos x equal to r, which is 2 sec3, cos x minus beta, which is 30. So that is how we express the expression in terms of, that is how we express the expression as r cos x minus beta. The function is defined by fx equal to 3 sec3 minus sec3 sine x minus 3 cos x. For the first part, part A, we have to find the maximum and minimum values of fx. First, copy down the function fx equals to 3 sec3 minus sec3 sine x minus 3 cos x. Factorize negative. And we can see that we have sec3 sine x plus 3 cos x. And this expression has been expressed as 2 sec3 cos x minus 30. So rewrite it as 3 sec3 minus 2 sec3 cos x minus 30. To find the maximum and minimum value of x, we're going to substitute cos x minus 30 as either 1 or negative 1. As 1 or negative 1. Okay, why we substitute it as 1 or negative 1? Since we know that for cos function, the highest the graph can go is 1 and the lowest that graph can go is negative 1. So that's why we substitute cos x minus 30 as either 1 or negative 1. Calculate, and we get sec3, and after that we're going to get 5 sec3. The larger value will be the maximum value of fx. While the smaller value will be the minimum value of fx. Minimum value of fx. For part B, you have to find the value of x such that fx is minimum. And from part A, we know that fx is minimum when cos x minus 30 equal to 1. By using Bakir, so first find the reference angle. So alpha equals to shift cos modulus 1, and we will get 0. For quadrant, the cos will be positive in the first and in the fourth quadrant. However, since our reference angle is 0, so we will sketch our reference angle at the positive x-axis, since the reference angle is 0. Next, find the interval. Given interval is x in between 0 and 360. But since our angle is x minus 30, so we have to subtract 30 from both sides. So x minus 30 is in between negative 30 to 330. As for the last step, rotation, so it will start from negative 30 and it will rotate up to 330. And we can see here, we have only one solution, which is at the positive x-axis. So at the positive x-axis, the angle is 0. Hence, our x equal to 30.
Let's try example 22. Take the values of r and alpha such that 3 sin theta plus 6 cos theta equals to r sin theta plus alpha. Please take note that alpha will be between 0 and 90 degrees only. Okay, so let's start. So 3 sin theta plus 6 cos theta equals to r sin theta plus alpha. So from the formula, sin A plus B, so we're going to get sin theta cos alpha plus cos theta sin alpha. Expand the right hand side, and you're going to get r sin theta cos alpha plus r cos theta sin alpha. And now we're going to compare. So by comparing, so the left hand side got sin theta and the right hand side also got sin theta. So we're going to compare. The r cos alpha is equals to 3. Repeat the same process for cos theta. So for the right hand side, you're going to get r sin alpha equals to 6 from the left hand side. So this is our first equation and second equation. To get the values of r, we're going to do this. 1 square plus 2 square. So it becomes r square cos square alpha plus r square sin square alpha equals to 3 square plus 6 square. Factorize r square. Right hand side, 9 plus 36 is 45. So we know from previous knowledge that cos square alpha plus sin square alpha equals to 1. So r square equals to 45 and r equals to plus minus 45. But since the question actually said that r is greater than 0, therefore r is at 45. To find tangent, we're going to do 2 divided by 1. It's going to be r sin alpha over r cos alpha equals to 6 over 3. R cancels out, so sin alpha over cos alpha will be tangent alpha. So tangent alpha equals to 2. So alpha is arctangent 2 and it becomes 63.43. Since alpha is between 0 and 90 as stated in the question, so we can basically ignore the third quadrant. So we can conclude that 3 sine theta plus 6 cos theta is actually equals to third 45 sine theta plus 63.43. Next, we need to find the maximum value of 5 minus 3 sine theta minus 6 cos theta. So 5 minus 3 sine theta minus 6 cos theta can be simplified into 5 minus 3 sine theta plus 6 cos theta. And if you notice this, it's basically the same as previous one, that the one that we find on the first part. So I can simply substitute third 45 sine theta plus 63.43 over here. Let's try to substitute sine theta plus 63.43 equals to 1. Then it becomes 5 minus 45. But when I substitute sine theta plus 63.43 equals to negative 1, then it becomes 5 minus 45 times negative 1. And that is 5 plus 45. So let's try to compare these two values. Which one is higher? So definitely the second one. So this is the maximum value and this is the minimum value. So basically we get 5 plus 45 when we substitute sine theta plus 63.43 equals to negative 1. The second part of the question actually asks you to solve 3 sine theta plus 6 cos theta equals to 35. So 3 sine theta plus 6 cos theta equals to 35. As from previous, we actually proved that 3 sine theta plus 6 cos theta equals to 45 sine theta plus 63.43. Therefore, I can say that 45 sine theta plus 63.43 is also equal to 35. Simplify to get 1 over 3. And then we can start our bucket. The basic angle. So alpha equals to arcsine 1 over 3. And the answer is 19.47. Quadrant. So sine is positive for the first and second quadrant. So 19.47, 19.47 over here. The interval. The question actually asks theta is from 0 to 180. But your question actually states that theta is 1 plus theta plus 63.43. So we're going to change the interval a little bit. So it's going to be theta plus 63.43. So it's going to be 63.43 for the left and 243.43 to the right. Rotation. Okay, so we're going to rotate the first one. So our answer would be theta plus 63.43 equals to, the first rotation should be 19.47. But we can see that from the interval, we had increased the minimum to be 63.40. So we can ignore 19.47. We're going to rotate the second one. The second one is 180 minus 19.47, and the answer is 160.53. So theta equals to 97.1 degrees.